questions now about the 2020 baseball season. One team is now dealing with 14 cases of coronavirus. KMBC 9's Len Jennings is here now with that story.
Kelly, the Marlins have 9 players and 5 coaches who tested positive for COVID-19. So Miami's home opener has been postponed. And the Yankees game in Philadelphia, where the Marlins last played, is also postponed. Major League Baseball says the games are postponed while the league conducts more testing. Marlins players are under quarantine for now. With the 60-game season barely underway, the outbreak raises questions about the league's plan for navigating the pandemic. Dodgers pitcher David Price opted out of playing this season. He reacted to the postponed game, saying, "Now we really get to see if the MLB is going to put players' health first." The Royals have several players on the injured list due to the COVID-19 related issues. They include Hunter Dozier, Brad Keller, Jacob Junis, and Cam Gallagher. Ryan O'Hearn tested positive earlier this summer, but was just activated today. Kelly?
Now, 2 games were canceled, but many other teams will be playing tonight. That does include the Royals playing the Tigers in Detroit. First pitch is set for 6:10. Also, we're going to join live now Governor Laura Kelly with a briefing on COVID-19. Let's join her live.
9 more deaths since Friday. I have the unfortunate task of once again announcing our numbers are at an all-time high. Last week in the Kansas City area, the KC metro area recorded more than 400 new COVID cases each day, 4 days in a row. And as we're learning, this virus doesn't affect just our older population. The Wichita Eagle has reported that Wichita hospitals have seen the average age of their patients decreasing. Ascension Via Christi, which reported an all-time high of COVID-19 patients in their 30s this past week, said the median age of discharged patients is dropping. In April, the median age was 64, and now in July, it is 52. KDHE is reporting the average age of COVID-19 cases is now 37. Those are all cases, not just the ones that were hospitalized. As Secretary Norman said last week, the average age of cases in Kansas is getting younger all the time. If we continue this trajectory, I will have no other choice than to recommend that we move back to phase 2 of the Ad Astra plan to reopen Kansas by next week. That means mass gatherings would be limited again to 15 individuals, and that bars and nightclubs would need to close. I do not want to go backwards. We can and we must do better. We cannot pretend this virus is disappearing with the summer heat, and we cannot pretend it doesn't hurt Kansans, because it does. This virus also doesn't stop at county lines, rural or urban. As of this morning, 103 out of 105 counties have at least one positive case. Particularly troubling is the rise in the number of cases in the counties surrounding Wichita. Sumner County now has 88 cases. That's 10 more cases since Friday. Butler County is up 15 cases since Friday, bringing its total to 187. COVID-19 doesn't stop at state lines either. Montgomery County, right on the southern border of Kansas, near Oklahoma, has seen an increase of 13 cases since Friday. We've got to do better than this. Elected leaders in Kansas cannot continue to sit back in silence. The health and safety of Kansans depend on it. Let me remind everyone that this is not a partisan issue. Just recently, in Ohio and Indiana, Republican governors decided to mandate masks statewide because they know it works. They know that masks minimize the transmission of the virus, and because that's what real leaders do. They take action. It's why I've fought to protect Kansans since the beginning of this pandemic, and I will continue to do so. And with that, I'll take some questions.
Yes, Governor, what are Are you planning then?
We've been listening live to Kansas Governor Laura Kelly. She is telling us because of another spike in COVID-19 cases, she is considering moving back to phase 2 of the reopening plan. That is her latest announcement. She has not made that decision yet, but says she will make it in the coming week. And if you want to continue watching this briefing, it is live on KMBC's Facebook page right now. Now let's go to First Alert Weather. We could see more storms later this week, so let's get to meteorologist Neville Miller in for Brian.
Hey, that's right, Kelly. And even outside right now, there's a few sprinkles that may drift through as we go through the evening. Otherwise, for most of us, we are currently dry. Looking around the metro, not much to see, but there's a few little specks of green as you go just off to the south of St. Joseph. A few showers closer to Topeka. More of that rain, though, across south central Missouri. So for most of us, we are currently dry, but there's a very slim chance of a sprinkle this evening. Let's look to the southwest, though. This is where we have quite a bit more in the way of showers and thunderstorms. And this is what we're going to keep an eye on for the middle of the week, because this will actually bring us several chances for showers and thunderstorms here heading into the second half of the week. So as far as your rain chances over the next 5 days, tomorrow, we're dry. Impact days for Wednesday and Thursday as our rain chances are going to be up near 60%. Friday, not quite as high, but still a 40% chance of rain and storms. And on Saturday, a 20% chance. I'll go through this Wednesday opportunity using FutureScan hour by hour. That's coming up.
The world's biggest COVID-19 vaccine study is now underway. 30,000 volunteers will get test shots created by the U.S. government. It's one of several candidates in the final stretch of the global vaccine race. Volunteers won't know if they're getting the real shot or a placebo. After 2 doses, scientists will closely track which group experiences more infections as they go about their daily routines. Kansas and Missouri are providing new numbers on the coronavirus. In Kansas, there are more than 1,000 positive cases since Friday. 9 people have died of COVID-19 since Friday. Missouri is reporting 1,100 positive cases since Sunday. 4 people have died of COVID-19 since Sunday. This afternoon, we're breaking down those numbers and trends for COVID-19. KMBC 9's investigative reporter Matt Fleener has some perspective on where things stand today.
Tonight, we want to show you some trends with numbers on the coronavirus.
Let's start with a visual. 4 graphs from the COVID Tracking Project looking at coronavirus nationwide. You could see 3 trends go the wrong direction. While new tests have gone up, new cases have risen sharply too. That's not good. Nationwide, more people are in the hospital and more people are dying every day. The charts show the same trends in Missouri. Cases, hospitalizations, and deaths all starting to go back up. As we've told you, St. Louis has been hit the hardest. Monday, the county executive recommended limiting group size and closing bars after 10 p.m. In our region, Douglas County and Lawrence is the only county that has closed bars and nightclubs. Last Thursday, KMBC asked if Kansas City, Missouri would consider the same action.
The problem becomes if only Kansas City, Missouri, as an example, closes bars. Then folks can go anyplace else, and the risk of exposure is still basically there, so we don't get too much of the protection, but then we harm those businesses and put people out of work.
A lot to still consider, especially if there's not region-wide buy-in. Kansas, meanwhile, had a leveling off of new cases over the weekend. The state's health director, though, says he wants to see COVID crushed as kids go back to school. Matt Fleener, KMBC 9 News.
This week, we are told we could see some of the impact from the mask mandates that went into effect in early June. A cluster of COVID-19 cases is now tied to a house party in Lee Summit. The Jackson County Health Department hosted a testing event today for teens who were at the party or had contact with someone who was there. Prior to today, 5 teens tested positive. 3 more who have symptoms are now waiting on results.
A lot of people there were juniors and seniors, just trying to celebrate someone's senior year and us going into senior year for our last year, because we know it's not going to be normal.
It's estimated as many as 200 high schoolers were at that party. Gatherings of more than 100 are currently banned in Jackson County. St. Louis County is announcing new restrictions aimed at curbing coronavirus in that area. They include a 50-person event limit, new occupancy rules for businesses, and a closure of bars after 10 p.m. It's described as a 4-week rollback of some reopening measures. St. Louis County makes up a quarter of Missouri's coronavirus cases and half of the state's deaths.